only a few people in here know about Local Motors, so tell us in a few words, what does Local Motors do? What's your business?
Local Motors is a crowd-based company, and what we do is we bring automotive innovators together over the web and physically to both design, engineer, and bring to market creative automotive systems. So we've been around for about 3 years, and we reach out to our community and cultivate them as a network of creators and then bring products to market. Not necessarily whole cars, but we have done 2 models already, and we ask them to come and bring their best ideas. So it is, in a sense, open source cars, as a short phrase.
Open source cars, that sounds promising. So who is part of this Local Motors community? The Forge, is
yes.
Called? And what kind of people do I find there, in there?
So the people that you'll find at Local Motors are designers, engineers, and enthusiasts. We also break out the fabricators and we make them part of our community too. So we look for people, individuals primarily, to come and take part in both collaborations and competitions that we put forward. Many of these people work for large automakers. Many of these people work for aerospace companies. Many of these people are not yet employed, or they were employed and they're now retired, or they work in a chemical company, or they've always dreamed of being an automotive collaborator. And so those are the makeup of our community members.
The local in Local Motors comes from local manufacturing. So why do you believe in local manufacturing? It's almost unlike anything you'll find in the automotive industry. It's all about central manufacturing.
I think I share a love for cars like probably most everybody in this audience, and I believe that part of the great innovation that have happened in cars over the last century have been from craftsmen or people who understand how to make something. And so for us it has also been, from studying the automotive industry, a very tight integration with suppliers that has caused most of the most successful automotive companies to be where they are today. So if you are trying to do something innovative, it is difficult to ask for the people who are going to work with you to work over a great distance. So we gave up the assumption, and I know this is very hard for many people to understand, we gave up the assumption of mass production. And we said that we would like to do small-scale production to serve the market in which the car or the vehicle is going to be given. And so what this meant was, the challenge for us was, could we create a car with less expense? Could we come to better and faster, come to better ideas? And could we create the car with less investment and less expense, so that the minimum number that we had to make would be small enough that we could be profitable in a local manufacturing environment? So that was our charge as a business, to go out and serve a region, to be able to make cars for that region.
About how many cars do you put out per year, or are planning to build per year?
Our small factory, which is right now in Phoenix, Arizona, so if you come to the American Southwest you can see it, is capable of building about 200 cars a year. And these cars, that may seem like a very small number, but it does not look like what Sant'Agata would have looked like if you went to see Lamborghini's facility. It is very much a facility that is an assembly facility. So our community helps through moderated design on the web, and then the vehicles are produced through an assembly methodology right there. And it can do about 200. We believe that we could have a facility that can do more, but for every model that we make, we expect to do probably no more than 2,000 units of that model. And we're shooting for a cost point as a vehicle in sub $30,000. So we want to be able to make a profit on a vehicle. We don't intend to be the lowest cost producer in the market. We don't intend to make loads of cars. For us, it is an innovative methodology of bringing new equipment to the market in a local area, and in a sense, working with large automakers to be able to prove what technologies work the best or not.
Speaking of your relations with large automakers and suppliers, how do you do business with them?
We couldn't exist without large automakers or suppliers. We spend most of our time working with them, and in order to be able to bring the products to market that we already have, we work with those suppliers and large automakers to be able to put the system together right. So in the first model that we built, which is called the Rally Fighter, that vehicle is a construction of both community-designed elements and then also parts brought together by suppliers and OEMs. And so that is how we bring those together.
Since probably most of the people are in this room here, never have visited your website and don't understand what a rally fighter really is. Can you explain it in a few words?
Sure. The rally fighter was the idea of a community member, a young man named Sang-ho Kim, and he believed that there should be a vehicle that was both a desert racing vehicle and an on-road touring car. So it was, I guess, as close to a Group B segment rally car, maybe like the Porsche 959. And he imagined that this was an uncompeted segment. It is a niche, absolutely. Everything we do at Local Motors is a niche, deliberately.
So that's the reason. That's a niche product, and
yes.
You're better off with building a niche first.
Yes.
So, okay. And what about a vehicle with more mass market appeal?
It's not the focus of Local Motors to do mass market vehicles. It's something that is really, we wouldn't do as well as the current establishment to do. It is the focus of ours to be able to take things that would be better done at small volume and bring those vehicles to market at an affordable price point for an individual.
So what can we expect next? A European factory or new
We
model?
hope so. I think that we have had 35 requests from people across the world. Our community exists in 122 countries and territories. I have more friends in Egypt and India than I do necessarily in the United States when it comes to making a new microfactory. We've had 35 requests for people who are interested in building such a facility. And that's an amazing amount for how young our company has been. So I hope you will see a microfactory in Germany. I hope you will see them in other places where you go in the world. We believe that it is a place to be able to find and have a focal point of automotive innovation to see small volume cars come out. The other thing you'll see from us as a company is as our community grows of designers, engineers, fabricators, and enthusiasts, we will provide an opportunity for those community members to be able to sell their small volume product through our community. So it will become a place for them, if they have an innovation, to be able to bring their innovation to market directly. And this is different because today, for the automotive innovator, their path to selling their product is typically to work with an OEM or a supplier and get a deal to be able to sell their product. We believe there are many more good ideas than there are deals to be had. There are too few OEMs and suppliers, and their budgets are too constrained to try out every technology that is out there. But if someone has a good idea and has a path to market themselves, they can do a lot, and they can find out early whether their idea is a good one or not. And so you'll see very soon Local Motors will turn on that capability. We already give those creators prototyping methodologies. They'll be able to find software and tools from us. They can already do that at a very low price. Right now, we have partnered with Siemens to bring to market a Design One software, which is the first truly affordable, professional-grade, computer-aided design software. So for the equivalent of about €12 a month, you can buy, for your small business, professional-grade CAD software. And those are an example of the kinds of things we do for our community.
And as always, a question about the financial background.
Sure.
Who invests in Local Motors? Or is it a public company? Or can I buy shares? Or
Yes.
do you do startup financing?
When you say the word, we're a car company, you watch investors run out the door. It's very hard today. If you look at small car companies that have been started, companies like Fisker Automotive, companies like Tesla, these companies have raised a small amount of money compared to the large auto companies, but a huge amount of money for anyone's individual pocketbook. So we financed this business from individual people across the world. We have about 40 investors. They're from China all the way through to the southeastern United States. And these were all people that were joined by the idea that new technology should be able to come to automotive quicker. So we're not public at this stage. And we do go through financings every so often when we want to expand and do something new, and we'll bring on new private investors as we do that. And maybe someday there would be an opportunity for the public markets to own Local Motors. Right now we think it's better held by private individuals.
Okay. Thank you, Jay. It was a very interesting look into your very innovative business model.
Thank you.
I think you're the right people in this room to spread the word. And I hope you will join us for the small coffee break.
Please.
So we can talk on an individual basis.
Well, I'm proud to say, too, tomorrow night I'm having dinner with our first German customer. So he is, all of our customers come and build their car in our factory, and they get to spend 6 days and they create their car from just the parts. So he'll be flying over from Hanover, building his car, and bringing it back here for a meeting with TUV. So, so we look forward to that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was great to have you here. Thank you very much, Jay Rogers.